Alright, today is March the 11th, 2017, and right now at 9 p.m. we have a temperature of 61 degrees in the foothills of Los Angeles. The barometric pressure is 30 inches even. We have a relative humidity of 52%, and the dew point is 43 degrees. Right now we're watching the western U.S. water vapor loop. And who would guess, looking at this map right now, with all this water vapor, that we would be having, we being Southern California, having 92, 93 degree temperatures on Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. It's hard to believe. We've got a tropical pineapple express flow here, which has been steered out of the way by this channel of high pressure that's been built in, right, all through here. And we have a channel of high pressure right here that is filling out right in this area. And that is blocking this tropical flow. If we take another look at the video yesterday, that tropical pineapple express flow was moving right into Southern California. In fact, all of California. And about midday, a large hole opened up in this flow as it moved towards California, and this is probably the result of that right here. They've completely isolated this flow. This is now steering down to the south and into Baja California, and we can see that wide division right here, this barricade that's been built in to separate the warmer tropical flow from this cooler North Pacific weather. So we've got 92 degree temperatures on tap, and we can see a low pressure system right here south of Hawaii trying to get organized down here. This has a transmitter on it. We can see that right down here. There's not much rotation. This is a sort of a partial dry upper level low pressure system. And if we look at the Doppler map, we can see that there's actually no rain in the entire state, despite all of this flow. We see some moisture right here, moving sort of in a south direction. Let's take a look at the Doppler right now, and we can see that the entire state is dry. There's a little rain in Oregon and Washington, but California is dry. That's really amazing stuff. We have all this weather, all this moisture offshore, and we have a jet stream flow right here. So I would be willing to bet that Oregon, the people in Oregon, and also Northern California, and also Washington are being sprayed very, very heavily right now. Here's the rainbow loop. You see that flow being steered out of the way. There's high pressure that's been installed here. Let's go back to the water vapor map. We can see a bow developing right in this area where this high pressure is setting up. Same thing right here. You can see a bow right here in the jet stream, or rather in this tropical flow. This is the jet stream here. They're developing a weather system up here, gale force. But this channel is being maintained with the transmitter, and that is maintaining the separation. It's amazing stuff how these people, these terrorists controlling our weather, are able to stop all this moisture moving in and pump up the temperatures to the low 90s for early March, mid-March. All right, let's look at the eastern half of the country right now. See a very large low pressure system way up here. This is the frontal system to that, way up here, and we can see something wrapping back around and it looks like it's moving to the south. This may drop down. There's some snow and wild weather expected for the northeast here in the next day or two. This may wrap back around. I'm not sure what the forecast is, but we can see a transmitter here. This is all jet stream flow right here, and we can see this tropical flow which has moved through the southern part of the country. This is that separation we were just talking about. All right, let's look at the surface analysis map. We can see a couple of lows, actually 3 lows right here. 3 lows spinning around. We've got a northeast vector drawn right here. We have 985 millibar right here. Developing storm just right off of Oregon. We've got 2 more lows right up here. And of course, this giant area of high pressure, this has been installed now for about, I think about 6 days right here. This is just sitting here blocking all this weather. But this is really not accurate. Go back to the map. Let's go to the big map once again. And we can see that there is high pressure offshore right here because everything's moving clockwise. But there are other manipulations going on which are not depicted in that chart. And one of them is this thing right here, this big channel. It's been built in with a transmitter which is separating all this weather. And also it's deflecting it away from California. We can see everything's making a right turn right here offshore. There was a lot of chemtrail spraying offshore today. I was up in the mountains. And there was a lot of aerosol spraying going on offshore. And you could see Catalina Island quite easily today from the 6,000 foot elevation. And all this chemtrail haze was offshore. So this is a stationary clockwise high pressure right here. Everything's winding around, but they are modifying it. They're tweaking it with these little channels of high pressure and different things these are transmitter generated features. This is all being manipulated in here as well, this dark area. Let's take a look at the SSEC map right now. This is the water vapor map. And we can see some of that right here. This is all being sprayed with chemtrails. These aerosols are being sprayed all through this. And we saw a lot of chemtrails over the land today, over the Los Angeles and Southern California area. Here's the map of the jet stream. You see that flow right into Oregon and Washington. Developing storm right out here. Okay, here's the sea level pressure. We see that high pressure, and we've got the lows up here. We see a lot of squiggly lines as that channel of high pressure is built in to separate this tropical moisture down here from the cooler Pacific, North Pacific moisture up here. So this channel all through here is most likely what is causing these squiggly lines. Transmitters that are involved in building this all up are leaving their fingerprints over here where this is all coming together to sort of a Y intercepting right here. All right, here's the 500 millibar map. See that low pressure up here and more squiggly lines. And we have the 300 millibar, same thing, a lot of squiggly lines all over the southwest and northwest, especially down here. Look at this. Very odd. Let's go back to the water vapor map. So all through here is where we're seeing these squiggly lines on the maps. All through here, in fact, there's a channel being built in right here. Let's look at the water vapor map. All through here, there's a channel being built in. And then all through this area. And so those squiggly lines are accurately depicting the varying degrees of high and low pressure all mixed together from these transmitters that are maintaining these channels to separate all this weather. So there it is. We'll just leave it here. That's the report, and we'll leave it here at the water vapor map. So right here is LA, and we're expecting 92 degree temperatures tomorrow. That is pretty amazing stuff. These people have had quite complete control over our weather for quite a long time. So the notion that 2025 the Air Force will have control of our weather. That's a joke. They've had our complete control of our weather for at least 10 years. Okay, that's it.